Ahyeon is overperforming. Ahyeon is screaming. Ahyeon is stealing the spotlight. Ahyeon is way too overconfident. Ahyeon doesn't get along with the other members. Ahyeon is trying to outperform and stand out from the members. Ahyeon seems to be facing what we call the it girl curse. First, it was Lee-tori. Then, second generation, Suzy. We witnessed the same thing happening with Jennie. And not to forget, fourth generation, Wonyoung. Now, it is fifth generation Ahyeon. There seems to be a pattern that some of you may have noticed too. But first, let's talk about all the hate against Ahyeon and the accusations of overperforming and outshining. Ever since Ahyeon's official debut with Sheesh on April 1st, 2024, she has been criticized for her performance. Like she's doing too much and sounds like she is screaming during her high notes. She's over dancing. Regarding the criticism of Ahyeon performances, I do agree with some points. Honestly, I feel like this is because she is the most popular member of the fifth generation. And then there's the it girl curse. I have talked multiple times on my channel about how K-pop fans, especially haters, can't differentiate between criticism and hate. I do support netizens sharing their constructive criticism and thoughts on rookie group performances, but when fans overdo it, start nitpicking, shaming young idols, repeatedly bringing it up and straight up bullying, I will always stand against that. The first accusation is that Ahyeon is overperforming, which can be seen in some clips. There are two different opinions about that. Some say she is performing at Inkigayo like it's Coachella, and when a group performs, their energy needs to be matched for an ideal performance so that all of the members share the same spotlight. This can be seen in senior K-pop groups. Some netizens defending Ahyeon say she seems like an energetic performer, which is not something to be hated for. At least she won't perform at Coachella like it's Inkigayo. To me personally, I feel like Ahyeon is learning to perform in front of a live audience. I know some of you are going to say she has been training for years, sure. But now this is her training to perform in front of a live audience. Again, this is my opinion. You can share yours too, but respectfully, I feel like Ahyeon's late debut has a role to play in it too. Like she is trying to regain her confidence and giving her 100% on stage, which makes her stick out to some extent. For some, this is a bad thing and others just don't find anything wrong with it. Stage presence is a real thing, and Ahyeon does have stage presence. A netizen wrote, "She is just trying to grab attention, but isn't this the point of performing?" To me, it shows her stage presence. She loves performing for the crowd and it's evident in her performance. I see where constructive criticism comes from, and Ahyeon seems to be working on it too. She just needs to learn to blend a little bit while still being herself. I mean, who wouldn't like an idol who is passionate about performing and giving 100%? Actually, I know who. A hater and a bully. Even though she is standing out from the group, the hate seems unnecessary. I don't find it intentional. She's so young and performing live, enjoying herself in her rookie stage, and she does have a star factor. I'm not saying other members don't have it or they are not giving 100%. This video is just about Ahyeon and I'm trying to focus on her. Ahyeon high notes on Sheesh are getting a lot of hate too. I don't know how to tell the technicalities, but K-pop songs in general like to abuse high notes to showcase the members' vocals or add a dramatic, stunning effect. Ahyeon is being called out all sorts of comments, mostly saying she is screaming. I am not a vocal coach, neither I know much about the technicalities, but as a listener, I do think during live performance, she needs to work on her notes so that sounds smooth. She is still young, so have time to develop some of the vocal techniques. It's not a perfect high note, but impressive no matter what. Her strength is being all-rounder, as she is both good singer and not a bad rapper. Definitely her projection is no joke, as you can hear. She easily overpowers backtrack. Not bad dancer as well. As I had mentioned Wonyoung, Suzy, and Jennie at the start of video, there is a clear pattern and trend. The idol who stands out or becomes an it girl, or even just being herself on stage, gets the most hate. I know many blinks don't like Ahyeon and Jennie comparisons, but I can't help it. Fans are worried Ahyeon might end up like Jennie. A netizen commented, "I hope she doesn't end up like Jennie." Just like Jennie, Ahyeon got into a controversy before her debut. Then she was constantly compared to Jennie, and we all know Jennie is one of the most hated K-pop idols out there. So people had already made up their minds about Ahyeon even before her debut because of the controversy. And it seems like they just needed a small moment to hate on her. Now This hate train is getting too much, more like bullying. Haters have found their new villain. Gensetters are trying to protect Ahyeon, which is a good thing. However, there is another narrative being pushed on Reddit forums, like Ahyeon doesn't get along with the other members. The same comments were made about Jennie and Lisa too at the start, which was obviously so stupid. Creating these false and harmful narratives about a 17-year-old idol is so wrong. This can turn into something bigger, which is obviously going to hurt the idol's image as a whole. Just like Jennie was called cold and based. A user went so far as to write, "Something's up with Ahyeon. She doesn't seem shy, she seems apathetic and empty." I've seen many comments in denial of this, attributing it to her being shy. She doesn't seem shy. She seems disconnected, apathetic, even a bit empty. And if she is not going to actively participate or engage with other members, the very least an idol will typically do is be an active listener. This behavior is alarming to me, and I wonder if the issue is some kind of mistreatment from either YG or the members. Replying to this, a user gave a really good free advice. Never ever make any deeper assumptions about an idol's overall mental state based on a single event or a couple of screenshots. I do agree with this. Based on few moments or clips or even pictures, you cannot push this harmful narrative that group members are mistreating each other. This way, fans start to fight for their biases, which further worsen the situation and a division within the fandoms. In my last two videos about Lisa and Jennie, I have noticed this thing too. Some Jennie biases saying Lisa fans bullied Jennie, and Lele saying Lisa was mistreated. So see, these narratives should not be pushed. To me, girls seems to get along well and enjoying each other. In conclusion, the criticism and hate she endures often cross the line into outright bullying, which can have severe implications on her mental health and career. While constructive criticism is a valuable part of any artist's growth, it's crucial for fans and netizens to distinguish it from harmful, unfounded attacks. Ahyeon, like Jennie, Suzy, and Wonyoung before her, deserves the chance to shine without being torn down for her passion and energy. As we continue to support our favorite idols, let's remember the impact of our words and actions. Encouraging positive discourse and standing against bullying can help create a healthier environment for all K-pop idols. Let's give Ahyeon and BabyMonster the space to grow and thrive, appreciating their talents and efforts rather than focusing on their perceived flaws. So, what do you think? How can we, as fans, contribute to a more supportive and constructive K-pop community? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's work together to make a positive change. And these are some clips where you can clearly see change in Ahyeon performance after criticism. So I hope haters will stop bullying a 17-year-old now.